writing petitions to the county assembly of Nandi or whichever county assembly or whichever county you are from. For the issues of county governments implementing projects that were not submitted during public participation forums, it is important for us or for we the citizens to attend both public participation, that is the executive and the county assembly, so that we may assure you get to the assurance that whatever project or idea you submitted during the public participation at the executive level is present in the document that is being subjected to public participation by the county assembly. And maybe to add more on that, you can also follow up with your area MCA, that is the member of county assembly, because their roles are representation, legislation, and oversight. So if you feel that any project you submitted during the public participation, you can get in touch with your member of county assembly, so that check on the progress of the same. Thank you.
Hanson, just unmute.
We also like to recognize the presence of an MCA in the room, Honorable Isaac Musbei, MCA Kaptumomo Kaboy. Thank you for attending, and maybe you can give some few remarks as we wait for hands-on. Thank you.
Yeah, karibu sana mheshimiwa. Just while you're waiting, karibu utusalimie tafadhali. Yes, you can hear very clearly, sir. We can hear you.
We can hear you audibly, Moesh.
Your network is not very stable.
Moesh, we've lost you. Anson, you can unmute, or any other person when you who wants to talk, mama mwenye ako na swali anaweza mute na ulize swali yake. Iko na echo because inakuja nyuma. Prudence, say something. Thank you, Prudence, and sorry for the awful experience we had with the public official, the public participation officer from Nandi County. I don't think Amako will follow up with the same, so that it can be rectified. And then on the roles of leaders, as you heard from Paul, we'll be having so many sessions, continuing sessions. Every Tuesday we'll be having a session, and we'll capture this in the next session. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Prudence. It is not actually the first time we are having such a problem, because we've had the same experience where the attitude of the people who are actually conducting the public participation discourages the public, because now how do you get harassed for just coming for a public participation, and it's all a volunteer, you know, it's not right. But I think we can work on making sure that such experiences don't happen again, and the public actually know their right. Once the public know their right, I think the rest will just flow. They usually, actually, as you're winding up, there are actually 4 scenarios that usually happens watu wakifanya public participation, and it is summarized into 4, like, okay, just a minute, let me mute Hillary, karibu sana, thank you. So there's usually high trust and high engagement. In the scenario where there is high trust and high engagement, inamaanisha kuwa the public actually trusts the entity that is doing the public participation. For example, kama ni county government, everybody trusts them, and then so inamaanisha kwa engagement, watu wanakuja kwa wingi sana and they engage meaningfully. Number 2, there's usually sometimes low trust and low engagement. In terms of low trust and low engagement is when people are disillusioned. Wamechoka na public participation, they feel like, what is the point of coming for public participation, yet my opinion haichukuliwi, you know, my maoni yangu doesn't count for anything. And that is the problem when tumekuwa nayo na public participation, where there's no feedback. That is basically it. There's no feedback. Inamaanisha mmekuja mmekaa hapo for the longest time, you've given maoni yenu, but the next time you're doing the public participation, you realize that ile item yenye mlikuwa mmeweka kwa budget, for example, was never captured, you know, and the item was just removed in the process somewhere hapo njiani. So you feel like, what is the point ya kukuja, and then if your word does not count for anything. The third scenario ni high trust low engagement. High trust low engagement ni basically kuwa the problem huwa ni hakuna issue na nini, hakuna issue na the entity itself, ni ile tu wananchi hawajachangamka and have not taken up upon themselves to participate in the processes. And then finally, there's low trust and high engagement. Low trust and high engagement huwa ina happen when people are just rebelling. You get it? I can give you a perfect example in your Gen Z. When people were engaging in the finance bill, it was just out of outrage. They don't trust the entity, but ile wamekasirika tu, they're saying, we must participate in this thing and it's time for change. So that is the fourth scenario where wanasema, there is low trust. You don't trust the entity, but you've decided something can change here, something can happen. So that is low trust, high engagement. You decide, we are going to do it kwa lazima, you know, we want to change this thing and it must happen. So those are the four scenarios here, public participation. There are others, as Albert had mentioned kuwa, there are other ways yenye mtu tuneza, without actually going in person to the events, tuneza engage bado, and that is in terms of memos and petitions. But I think that we are going to engage more next time. I think we can even look at how, are there any petitions? And the perfect example is the one Okoiti Omtata. He is not a lawyer, but he's been engaging the government on and on and on through petitions. So that is another perfect way ya kulazimisha kuwa maoni yako lazima ichukuliwe. So from the scenarios that you mentioned, we can ultimately decide sisi tumefika wapi. Are we engaging? Do we have high trust, high engagement? Do we have low trust, low engagement? Do we have high trust, low engagement? Ama ni low trust and then high engagement. And it's something that happens differently. If you see, for example, the participation ya wananchi when bursary inagawanywa, it's different. Mobilization inakuanga nearly natural, ile ya chief ya CDF. And they're usually very organized. Yenye hata kama wanachagua priority ya student mwenye ana participate and a benefit in bursary, it's nearly smooth. Unlike here county, bado there's something missing in the structure of public participation, despite there having being a law governing public participation itself. So yes, I'll leave it at that, unless kama kuna swali on public participation. But you realize that there is a lot more to share about our experiences and how the strategies we can use more to engage the government. Because don't forget that it's still politics. Resources inagawanywa politically. So every other time, if you're not politically strategic, bado you're not going to get the results that we desire from public participation and budgeting. So we have to engage politically bado, despite the fact that, yeah, sometimes the process looks like it's the process here law, but that law being lazima ikue, yeah. So yes, Eli, go ahead. Yeah, thank you very much, Eli. I think that is a brilliant idea, but it needs, we need to, that is why I'm saying we need to be structured so that we see how do we get the best out of public participation when we decide to attend. Inamaanisha kuwa if you're going to try it, we must be willing to have people who are going to go through the whole circle ya budgeting from the ADP across to the other side so that we are documenting. So that by the time tunafika the other end, we can actually say, when we started this process, these are the things that we had committed, kuwa is going to be captured in the budget. We've come to the end of the budgeting cycle. This was not there, this was there, this was implemented, this was not implemented. I think that is something we can do, but continuously and going on, we'll figure out which is the best way to engage and meaningfully so that people can get more trust in devolution and have hope, because devolution came at a time when people really felt like devolution has done a lot. If you look at the number of infrastructure projects that have been launched in counties, you can't imagine where was this money initially before devolution, but now you can see what devolution has done. So the other question will be about allocation of development vis-a-vis recurrent. Does it make sense? You know, are there counties that actually have managed to allocate enough money for development and not necessarily spending all the amount or beyond 75% on recurrent expenditure? Yes. We are winding up. I really want to take much time. We are winding up. So I just want to open up the last around 5 minutes for any questions from anyone, any feedback, anything you want to say about how we can structure this conversation to make it better. Do you feel like yeah, Lawrence, karibu back. Do you feel like we can still do this through Google Meet? Do you feel like we can do it better? Just give us our ideas, any ideas you have. Even if you're going to text hapo kwa chat tafadhali, just text your maoni yako so that we capture, so that going forward we make this a better engagement. Even if you're feeling like the time yenye tunafanya meeting is a challenge, give a suggestion. What do you feel like? Do you feel we should do it early in the morning or midnight? So give us those ideas so that even as we move forward, as we plan for the next meeting, you can even make it meaningful. Karibu Kongin. Yeah, thank you very much, Kongin. And I know in the coming weeks you will really benefit from your knowledge in this field, especially now that you've been part of this longer. In fact, you even understand the infrastructure ya Nandi even better now that you've engaged with us for longer. So nashukuru sana. Novestas, karibu. Thank you very much, investors, and I'm very happy that you came in very early. You are the first one I admitted into this space, and nashukuru sana. Anybody else? Anybody else who has something to say? Is Tuesday okay? Is the time okay? Hizo ndio maswali pia nataka kusikia from you guys. What other topics do you want us to cover so that we can also schedule for other speakers and experts to can come and share with us? Please just also say that. In the meantime, I'm suggesting we should have organized a Google Doc so that we get details your participants up so that we can engage, so that next time we're having a meeting we just send you a notification or even a WhatsApp for the engagement, but we'll figure out how to get the numbers. Yes, Kevolwe.
Yes, thank you so much, Bob. Mine is just say that maybe, not maybe, my suggestion is that we continue this conversation with you. Let's say next Tuesday, we continue the same through 4 p.m. Is still okay. And one of the topics that I would really love for us to have an engagement on is meaningful youth participation. How can youth be engaged meaningfully in such a case that when they are going to public participation forums, they should be having some of the things at their fingertips instead of just going there and just sitting without engaging the duty bearers. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Then Maxwell, so we are talking about meaningful engagement, especially for the youth. Thank you. Maxwell? Yeah, thank you very much. And you've raised a very important question because timeline ni muhimu sana when you are doing public participation, because it starts with even the notice ya public participation yenyewe. Then number two, when the documents are uploaded into the website so that people look at the documents. And then number three, even on the day public participation, enough time is needed so that musianze meeting saa 5 na mnaambia by saa 7 meeting intakani iwe imeisha. I think Maxwell, that is a very important point, and we'll note it so that we structure public participation and we figure out what can be done about it. And as the earlier speaker said, that is Kongin, there are new regulations on public participation. I'll share with you guys so that we look at it, so that next time when we're doing the discussion, we will figure out what are the pitfalls. Now, how can you structure public participation ndio ikue better zaidi? Yes, Maxwell. Asante sana. Yeah. Any other person before we call it a day? Sasa then, without wasting time, I just want to say thank you all for attending this inaugural meeting ya leo. And we're looking forward to making it even better, making it more engaging, and with time, we'll make it even better so that we're having a better discussion here. We're going to call in different kinds of people, even watu wa serikali, whenever we have a topic that we feel like they can engage us better. Earlier on, we had Mheshimiwa from Kaptumo, but I think network ilikuwa shida kidogo, but you realize now when you're having such forums, there are leaders who will be willing to join us and just engage with us. And that time, tukiwa na maswali ambayo we feel like we want to ask them, we can easily ask them. And those are the same people who can help us also pia ku restructure the laws in the assembly, even receiving petitions kama tuko na any issues on whatever things we are doing during public participation. So I just want to say thank you very much. It was such an honor hosting you guys today, and we look forward to more engagement. We are going to come up with the topics here, the next session, which is going to be Tuesday the same time next week. I'm going to share. We're going to We're going to activate also our Facebook page. Doing this, we are also having the recording on YouTube and the recording on Facebook, so that in case you missed out on anything, you can easily just go back and check on the platforms. So thank you very much, and asanteni sana kwa kukuja. Yes. Yeah, that was good. As I next time. For a start, yes, yeah, yes, good. Ati?
YouTube iko nyuma.
Oh, YouTube iko nyuma. Yes. Asa tutaset next time tujue seamless. Oh, Google Meet itawak. Oh, good. Yes. Shida niko naye na hii hairecord. Hii hairecord the whole conversation. But sasa itakuwa imekuwa captured kwa YouTube, right? Yes. Because hii hairecord. Kuna kitu inaitwa capture card. Uko mbali. Tutapanga. So hiyo video input is ya lens ya laptop. Yes, ni okay. Hiyo ni sawa.
Technology ni advanced.
Hiyo ni sawa.
Unaweza hold Google Meet na kamera mbali direct.
Alafu watu wa TikTok unaweka tu TikTok live. Naona siku hizi kila mtu TikTok ako live. Hata watu kwa studio bana. Nimeona kwa nini watu nini hii jamge mtu anajiwekea tu kamera yake hapo. Nini inaendelea, station inaendelea, lakini yeye amejicapture yake.